boy, when they opened, it was instant.
Now all you feel is suicide.
We became the house band at the VIP club. We didn't even do Beatles at that point. You played the Yardbirds, Rolling Stones, The Who, Make It Loud, Make It Rock. We got to actually open for the Yardbirds and did all their songs.
I remember the Yardbirds come out for their set, and half the crowd left. There were even some people complaining that they were doing our songs.
Don't blow your mind from the sensational Spiders from Phoenix.
We had a #2 record on KRUX, and we're still in high school. Our senior year, we owned the place. Every senior girl, every freshman girl, wow, you guys are in the Spiders?
Don't blow your mind away. With your head held high, you will be reflected.
It was 1967 in Los Angeles, the heart of the Love Generation, the whole hippie movement. They were just everywhere.
Baby, what a day all of the time.
I could not believe it. We were just in this fantasy world. We walked down Sunset Strip, you know, the Birds are over here, the Doors are over here in Buffalo, Springfield, everything. And we're like, okay, we gotta do this.
Could you be receptive? Only how it would keep its divine.
You have the hopes and dreams that when you get there, everything's just gonna fall into place. But you get there and realize there's 10,000 other bands there from every state who were the best band in their state. And they were all trying to get into the same clubs. Now, the one thing about LA is that it is designed to destroy your band. There's so many distractions, so many parties, so many girls. That's how we met the GTOs. They were a girl band that lived in the basement of Frank Zappa's log cabin. They were professional partiers, girls from another planet.
I'm in love with the ooh man. He was born and raised in Schnitschnitland, and his first name is the same as his last.
I remember the day we all met the boys. They were cute, but they were pretty darn straight. They were almost like this oddball, kind of reserved, gentle group of guys in the midst of a whole lot of very stoned people.
Vince and I were pretty innocent, really. But hanging out with the GTOs, there was experimentation going on, that's for sure. We got turned on to these little pieces of paper that would bend your mind extremely.
Not me. I was totally straight. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do anything. But I went to a party one night, and I just happened to run into an old friend from church, Judy Jones, who I had a little crush on back in the old days. She handed me a beer. This was still maybe a chance to hit on her. You know, I don't want her to think I don't drink beer.
That night, I was just praying that Vince would walk in the door. And I'm talking about a door that would stretch like it was made out of rubber, and I'm talking about a room that wasn't square anymore, and all kinds of stuff like that. Vince was the only one that would be down to earth and be an anchor.
That night, I had 2 beers, maybe 3, and I was just blind drunk. They had to carry me home. The door opens up. Dennis is in there. He's standing next to the drapes, and he goes, "Who would wear pants this size?"
They saw that there was a need to be more and more outrageous, so we helped them out. We always wore a lot of clothes, a lot of boas, vests, belts, jangly things, and we would just put them on, the boys, and they loved it.
The GTOs told us this thrift store was selling old Ice Capades outfits for $0.25 a pound. So we went in and we bought 50 pounds.
Changing, arranging, baby, baby, for the rest of my life. Your highest will
This image was now part of Alice Cooper, but we weren't musically as good as we needed to be. So we used a lot of theatrics to get attention.
I'm changing, arranging to your personality. I ask for it.
If I found a watermelon backstage, that was a prop. If I found a broom, it was something you could swing around your head, you can ride on it, a hammer, a light bulb, no matter what it was, why not incorporate it into the show somehow? How do you become Alice Cooper? Well, you create it. Miss Christine and Miss Pamela, they went to Frank Zappa and they said, wait till you see this band. Frank saw a picture of us and he went, wow, how weird is that? A male GTOs. I could use that.
It was so loud, I remember the picture on the wall went crooked.
Frank comes down and he goes, what are you doing? I said, you said 7. I meant 7 at night. He listened and he went, I don't get it. Where are you guys from? And I said, Phoenix. And he goes, Phoenix? It's a cowboy town. Now I really don't get it.
And that's when he said, do you have a manager? We said, no. You know, we may have even said, what's a manager? I don't know at that point.
I moved out to California from New York. My life was completely fucked. I worked as a probation officer, quit the first day. Drove up to LA, saw the Hollywood Landmark Motel. Checked in, got friendly with a whole collection of people living there. Arthur Lee from Love, the Chambers Brothers, Jefferson Airplane. I mean, it was just crazy. I, in college, had done a little dealing, so I started dealing to all the guys. And then Lester Chambers said, if the police come and ask you, how do you pay for your hotel room, what are you going to tell them? So I said, I don't know. And he said, you Jewish? And I said, yeah. He said, you should be a manager. Great, who do I manage? And Lester said, we have this group living in our basement called Alice Cooper.
Lester brought us over to the Landmark Hotel, knock on the door, open the door, and it's like a wall of fog. When you got through the fog, there's Janis Joplin, there's Jim Morrison, and there's Jimi Hendrix, just all getting high. We're standing there in rock royalty because Shep had the grass. Clearly, he knew what he was doing. So we signed with Shep Gordon that night.